Hi guys, welcome back to my channel.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be talking about resource group. And you might be wondering what a resource group is. We're talking about understanding a resource group. And what is a resource group? A resource group is a container that is used to manage related resources for an Azure solution. Now, think of one mistake many people make is just thinking resource group is just another folder. It's not. So think of a resource group as a project. Imagine your company wants to host maybe a website or an application in Azure, and they need a virtual machine, they need a storage, they need networking, backups, and monitoring. So rather than creating those resources all over Azure, you place them into one resource group so that if the application is retired or once you don't need the application any longer, you can just delete the resource group and every resources inside it will be deleted. That's why Microsoft recommends grouping resources that share the same life cycle. So today I'm not going to be showing us how to create one, right? So I'm just going to duplicate this tab. So once you sign into your Azure portal, which is portal.azure.com, can you see that here? So I'm just going to delete this URL and go to portal.azure.com. Now you will see that I have no resources. This is just a new Azure portal. So what next? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to just come here and search for resource groups right here. Okay, and I'm going to click on the create here. Now once I click on it, I could give it a name of my choice and I could put it in a region of my choice. Now you would see that it says here that a resource is a container that holds related resources for an Azure solution. The resource group can include all the resources for the solution or only those resources that you want to manage as a group. You decide how you want to allocate resources to resource group based on what makes the most sense for your organization. So I'm going to I'm already creating one here. So this is the subscription, Azure subscription one. Then resource group name is RG, which means resource group, and AD 104. Yep. This project is just for my Azure 104 lab, and then you see that there's a lab there, and you will see the region. So this is not production, it's just the lab, right? So I'm going to click on next. 1 second. Okay, so before I click on next, you see that the region says UK South. And what is the region? It says choose the Azure region that's right for you and your customer. So a region is simply the Microsoft data center where your resources will live. So if your company is based in London, UK South is usually a logical choice because it's geographically closer. And if your users are in South Africa, you might choose South Africa North. So choosing a nearby region can reduce network latency and may help with data residency requirements, right? So currently I'm just using UK South. And I'll go ahead and click on next. So next page says tags. Apply tags to your Azure resources to logically organize them by categories. A tag consists of a key name and a value Tag names are case sensitive and tag values are also case sensitive. To apply tags, think of tag as labels that help us to organize, to filter and report on our Azure resources. So what is a tag? A tag is made up of the key name, which we've read, and the value, right? So I could decide to put maybe project and the value will be AZ104. So it's like putting a sticky note on a box so you recognize what is inside the box. Instead of writing on the box itself, you stick a label on it saying, okay, this is payroll for project, the value being payroll and the name being project. So everyone knows what that tag is for or what the box belongs to. So why the company use tags? Imagine a company has like 500 virtual machines, 200 storage accounts, 150 database, 100 resource group. How does the finance know that, okay, how much money did the HR department spend this month, right? So without tags, it is impossible, but with tags, Azure can group resources together. So I will just, another example is maybe suppose your company has 3 projects, they have 3 websites, maybe I would say maybe the IT update, the other period, the ERP. So you can tag it like, okay, this project is for the ERP, the key themes or the name being project, the value being ERP. So Azure knows exactly which resource belong to each project, right? So now I'm just going to add a name and enter. So name, put environment, and then the tag, which is the value, is lab. I'm gonna put another tag here which says the owner is for me, and another tag here says project is for the AZ, sorry, 104. So yep, that is it. Suppose you have 100 virtual machine, 50 belongs to HR, 50 belongs to finance. Instead of naming them like, okay, HR, VM1, finance, VM1, the cloud administrator will tag them like, okay, the name being department and the value being HR. Department is equals to finance. So Azure can filter resources, generate cost reports, apply automation, and simplify governance. So one thing I love about Azure is that it encourages good organization from the beginning. So tags don't affect how your resources work, they are like labels. In large environments with thousands of resources, tags easily help administrator admin, IT admin to track ownership, to track project, to track environment, and even to track cost. So I'm just creating 3 tags today, which is the environment, owner, and project. So they make my resources much easier to manage. So I'm going to click on next, which is review and create. So you can see here the subscription is this, the resource group name is this, and I'm just going to go ahead and click on create. Okay. So now you can see that my resource group has been created. So that's everything we're going to be doing in this video. So before we do our second lab, or before my next video, I want you to create something like this. Imagine you're creating Azure for your current company. If your company has ERP, it has help desk, it has Active Directory, file server, Microsoft 365, which tags would you create? So you don't have to worry about being right. You can review your answer together in our next video. So think of how you would name a tag so that admin can easily know what the tag is for or what the resource is for. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Please like, please share, please subscribe and turn on the post notification. Thank you guys for watching. Bye for now.